Thanks for stopping on in for today's college basketball pick video play for Monday, December 11th, 2017. In today's video, going to be talking about this matchup here between Drake and Minnesota and give our take on who we feel has the better edge against the spread. If you guys are interested in getting all of our college basketball plays, you can get those over at stumpthespread.com, link down in the video description, as well as getting our daily free play over at our main site. And for today's action, that's going to be this contest here between Bryant and Louisville, and we give our take on who we feel has the better edge against the spread for that game as well. And of course, as always, if you're interested in continuing to get all of our pick video plays, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So heading right on into this one here today, Drake standing at 5-4 overall. A decently respectable campaign thus far in the non-conference. Drake has shown that they can compete against Power 5 opposition. They lost against Colorado by just 5 points. They also beat Wake Forest. Wake Forest obviously not having a tremendous year, but nonetheless a pretty impressive result there for Drake. And this is a Bulldogs team that's hoping to have a bit more success this year, not just in the non-conference, but in the MVC as well. Drake brings back a lot of veteran experience and guys that can fill it up when they get hot on the offensive side of the ball. We saw that in their last outing as Drake went on to beat Omaha by a final of 93-74. On the year, Drake, they ranked 48th in college basketball in scoring average, putting up about 83 points per game, and they're 293rd in total team defense. They have a plus-minus of about +5. And in terms of the spread that they're given here today, the 19.5 points, only once has Drake lost by this margin so far this year, and it's actually the only one that's been even close to this margin. All of their other losses have been by single digits, but they fell at South Dakota by a final of 65-93. They also have a recent road loss against Wyoming by just 9 points, a road loss against Omaha by 2 points. The home team here today, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, elevated expectations coming into the year. Head coach Pitino has this program trending in a more positive direction and have brought basketball to a bit more relevancy here at the University of Minnesota. On the year, standing 8-3 overall. A tough team to figure out at times when they're playing up to their ceiling. Minnesota can beat pretty much anyone in the nation, but they also have a tough time in terms of their offensive consistency at times, as well as even their defensive effort, which we saw in their last outing against Arkansas, losing that one by a final of 79-95. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games overall, back-to-back losses on the road against Arkansas and Nebraska. Their last home loss, or their only home loss on the year, came against Miami by 5 points, but they've also shown that they can blow out teams. Their 22-point win against Rutgers at home to open Big Ten play was a pretty nice result from Minnesota. I don't even know what to think of their 89-84 win over Alabama, considering the Crimson only played with 3 players on the court for about the final 10 minutes of that game, and they weren't able to extend on the lead that they had. So even though they were able to beat a decent Alabama team, there's a big asterisk next to that one. In terms of their other results in the non-conference, the only other standout win, probably that result against Providence, where they won by 12 points. But with what we've seen out of the Friars thus far in the non-conference, maybe not going to be quite the team that some thought that they could be coming into the year. So we do expect Minnesota to certainly go on to win this one. They've also ranked pretty well in terms of their offensive production this year. 86.5 points per game ranks them 26th in the nation in scoring average, but their defense has been lacking at times, 213th in the nation in total team defense. They actually rank similarly in terms of their overall numbers to what you get out of Drake, just a little bit better on both sides of the ball. But of course, Minnesota's also gone against a little bit of a tougher overall non-conference schedule in comparison to Drake. So like we said, we do expect Minnesota to go on to win this one, but this is a ton of points to give, especially against a Drake team that's not a complete pushover in terms of mid-major standards. They've shown that they can compete against Power 5 opposition, and when their offense is clicking, they can certainly fill it up, and they have a number of veteran guys on their team that should feel comfortable in this road atmosphere today. So we're going to side with the road team taking the Drake Bulldogs, getting the generous amount of points as our college basketball pick video play. And again, guys, to get all of our college basketball plays for today's action, you can get those over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description, and we also have a daily free play over there for the Bryant versus Louisville matchup and our take against the spread for that contest. And be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping on in, and we hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.